everybody, it's Dandruff with your news cartridge for Monday, September 12th, 2016. Welcome back from the weekend, and we begin today with a Blizzard game made 18 years ago, but was never released. Warcraft Adventures Lord of Clans is a real Warcraft game by Blizzard, and it was discovered in Russia, then somebody decided to upload it, and there's a link to download it below. I would probably get to that while you can. I'm sure Blizzard's going to be all over it. ReCore is out tomorrow, and the first thing many reviewers noted is the horrible loading times. There's a video below of after dying in-game of over 2 minutes of loading to get back to playing. Yeah, wow. Something else Microsoft was really slow on was NESbox, a full NES emulator for Xbox One, which received certification, but then was taken down for obvious reasons. Psycho Pass Mandatory Happiness releases tomorrow, but a trophy list is out today, which is kind of a release announcement, I'm not really sure, but one that is a release announcement, and we're just gonna get it out of the way now, is a delay for The Last Guardian, another game that's been hyped a lot this year and is highly anticipated, but it now has been delayed until December 6th, 2016. I've lost count of how many times that one's been delayed. No, really, it was supposed to be here last gen. Another delay is for The Division's public test servers. With the original launch day supposed to be tomorrow, Ubisoft says that they aren't ready just yet, but should be here by Thursday, so not that big of a wait. Moving on to updates with Starbound. You can now go fishing, and there's a new gun available to help move around friendly creatures without harming them. And then the cousin game to Starbound, Terraria, which adds giant sandworms, sandstorms, and new visuals during blizzards. Hi-Res Studios will be adding a PvE mode to Smite called Wizard Battle, and that should roll out tomorrow. And then one of the best named games of 2016, Clustertuck, a game about running and jumping on the tops of semi-tractor trailers, is being released later this month on the 27th. Finally, for teasers, Blizzard has a survey out asking if Starcraft 2 players are interested in announcer voice packs. Some of the choices are Morgan Freeman and Snoop Dogg. Blizzard, if you do that, I will love you forever. Oh my god, that sounds amazing. Sony says that their main competition for the PS4 Pro is not Project Scorpio or any Microsoft console. Find out who, next on News Cartridge. It's not Nintendo either. This week begins with a fun one for me, and that is Sony claiming the main competitor of the PS4 Pro is not Xbox One, Xbox One S, Project Scorpio, or even the Nintendo NX. They claim it's the PC platform. Now, while they're right, they're also very short-sighted, because in some aspects they're not even considering Project Scorpio at all. Chief of Sony Interactive Entertainment Andrew House has said that if there's a dip in the middle of the console cycle, like what's going on right now, people will generally migrate to PC for its increased graphical fidelity. So my question is, if you're worried about PC because of its hardware advantage, then what about the hardware advantages, emphasis on jizz there, Scorpio's going to have a bunch of hardware stuff. Why aren't you concerned about that at all? Isn't that the same thing? Because to me, that's the same thing. I would say just as many people will migrate to Xbox Scorpio that will move to PC if they're not satisfied with the PS4 Pro. Not to mention that you can get a graphics card that is just about as powerful as the PS4 Pro for around $250 US, and for $350 you get one that obliterates it. And while that machine may be more expensive than the $400 that Sony is charging, remember you will still need a 4K TV to experience what the Pro has to offer. Oh, and by the way, it's not true native 4K. It upscales everything to 4K. Sony fibbed. Up next is an update to Pokemon Go, which introduces a new buddy system. Update 1.7.0 for iOS and 0.37.0 for Android was issued yesterday, and it allows trainers to pick a buddy Pokemon which will earn XP and candy just by walking around. To add a buddy, go to your menu by tapping the lower right corner of your screen and selecting the buddy option, and pick your favorite. Unfortunately, your newfound buddy Pokemon will not be able to follow you around on the map. Please add this in the future, Niantic, that would be great. But you can see them standing beside you in your trainer profile. Switching between buddies is just as easy as going back to the same buddy menu and picking a new one. Be warned though, progress on your candy will be lost upon switching, so it's best to do it right after you receive one so you don't lose time. If you don't see the buddy option, you actually haven't updated your app yet, so you need to visit either the Android Marketplace or the Apple App Store to make it appear. Good luck to all trainers, and let me know what Pokemon you have as your buddy in the comment section down below. For the quick spot today, we're going to go over what it takes to upgrade your Bioshock or Bioshock 2 purchase to the Bioshock Collection, releasing tomorrow. So let's start with the easiest one. If you bought Bioshock 1 or 2 through Steam, you don't need to do anything. It's just going to show up in your library tomorrow. Lucky you. But if you bought Bioshock 1 on disc and or you went through the Games for Windows Live store, you will need to provide proof of purchase of your receipt, either physical or digital. And if you're anything like me, it's going to be a lot easier to find the digital one. For Bioshock 2 owners, all you need to do is just enter the code that you received through Games for Windows Live into Steam, and that should activate your copy of the collection. Don't forget, Bioshock Infinite is not being remade on PC because of the nature of the platform. Finally today is Overwatch with a new update. No new in-game features are being added. This update contains improvements to the netcode. When Overwatch first launched, the game servers had a tick rate of 21, meaning the server and game clients would be sending data back and forward to each other 21 times per second. This new update has the potential to boost the tick rate to 63 per second, and this has its advantages and disadvantages, of course. As a result, the responsiveness of the game will feel much better, and will cut down on players feeling like they were shot from behind a wall. The only downside is this requires more packets both in and out of the game client. Because of more data being sent to and from the game client and the server, this will require a faster connection. For those with slower connections, the matchmaking process will adapt to the tick rate appropriate for whatever speed you can handle. I'm not sure if adaptive tick rates have been done before, but overall, I think that this will be a rather positive change for Overwatch. And if you have a question about tick rates or about how the whole sending, receiving process of games works, then just ask me a question in the comment section down below. Alright, tomorrow's game releases for PC: Reverence, the Ultimate Combat Experience, Pac-Man Championship Edition 2, Floppy Heroes, Don't Let Go, Dead Rising, Running Gods, Rive, Spyra, Vex, Minecraft Story Mode Episode 8, A Journey's End, ReCore, and Bioshock the Collection. For PlayStation 4, Batman the Telltale Series, Psycho Pass Mandatory Happiness, NHL 17, NASCAR Heat Evolution, Pro Evolution Soccer 2017, Bioshock the Collection, Pac-Man Championship Edition 2, Dead Rising, Minecraft Story Mode Episode 8, A Journey's End, Don't Starve Together, and Unholy Heights. For Xbox One, ReCore, Batman the Telltale Series, NHL 17, NASCAR Heat Evolution, Pro Evolution Soccer 2017, Bioshock the Collection, Dead Rising, Dead Rising 2, Off the Record, Minecraft Story Mode Episode 8, A Journey's End, and The Witness. For Xbox 360, Minecraft Story Mode Episode 8, A Journey's End, and Pro Evolution Soccer 2017. For PlayStation 3, Minecraft Story Mode Episode 8, A Journey's End, and Pro Evolution Soccer 2017. For PlayStation Vita, Psycho Pass, Mandatory Happiness, and MakeQ, Labyrinth of Death. Thank you very much, everybody. This has been News Cartridge. I am Dandruff. I will see you tomorrow. And what is the most language used in programming? Profanity.